today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yes. So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Logan. Now he's fighting Deji. Is he broke? Is Mayweather broke?
Are y'all new here?
Yeah.
Is he broke?
Yeah.
He's broke.
Yes.
That makes sense.
No, he's not. Jeff shaking his
Yes, he is, Jeff.
Not.
7 years after one of the most profitable spectacles combat sports has ever seen, the story surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. is starting to shift in a way no one expected. Once known as the ultimate symbol of wealth in boxing, a man who didn't just claim riches, but built an entire identity around the name money, Floyd now finds himself surrounded by growing whispers, doubt, and speculation. For years, his dominance, lifestyle, and financial power felt untouchable. But today, that image is no longer flawless. It hasn't completely collapsed, but the cracks are becoming visible, and people across the world are watching more.
Now, did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay the taxes on it. And then the IRS comes hunting him down later. He owes a lot of people I know money. And Logan's deep down on that list, so
Even though Floyd has consistently denied every rumor and brushed off criticism, recent comments from Stephen A. Smith have added serious fuel to the fire. Back in 2017, the historic clash between Mayweather and Conor McGregor generated nearly $600 million, making it one of the biggest financial events in fight history. Floyd reportedly walked away with around $275 million, while McGregor earned about $85 million. At the time, it looked like a flawless business move, massive profit with minimal risk. Even more interesting, before the fight happened, Floyd confidently told Stephen A. Smith that he would toy with McGregor and finish him in the later rounds. Smith later confirmed this on Hotboxing with Mike Tyson, praising Floyd's precision and almost surgical execution and
stay at his chest. He's going to have to push me off in order to throw his punches. He said he's going to be circling the ring. He said by around 4 or 5, he's not going to have any legs. He's going to be done. And he said, and I'll just toy with him and keep him around until around the 8th or the 9th round.
But Stephen A. Smith didn't stop there. Having known Floyd for years and even interviewed him during the peak of his financial success, Smith is now beginning to question the long-standing belief that Mayweather's wealth is limitless and untouchable. And this shift didn't come out of nowhere. It's not just talk anymore, it's patterns, behaviors, reports, and visible signs that suggest Floyd may not be in the same financial position he presents to the public. Around early 2025, reports surfaced that members of Mayweather's own staff had reached a breaking point, allegedly threatening to walk off the job due to unpaid wage.
Plum is a cheap mic, but it is probably going to use it. So. Okay.
Money team has no money.
All right.
The money team has no money. Hard work, dedication, no pay. Hard work, dedication, no.
The situation quickly escalated. Personal assistants, gym employees, security personnel, and office staff reportedly began raising concerns, some publicly, others behind closed doors, about delayed payments and unclear compensation issues. This wasn't just a single complaint. From one frustrated employee, it appeared to be a widespread problem across multiple parts of Floyd's operation. What made it even more shocking was the timing. These claims surfaced around the same period Floyd reportedly spent over $1 million on a luxury Super Bowl suite in Las Vegas. For someone who has earned over $1 billion, struggling to pay employees raises serious questions. It doesn't just look suspicious. It directly contradicts the larger-than-life image he spent years.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
Things become even more interesting when you examine Floyd's pattern since 2018. Instead of quietly retiring like most legends, he has remained unusually active in exhibition fights, far more than expected for someone of his status. These aren't legacy fights or competitive challenges, they are clearly financial plays, from Japanese kickboxers to influencers, YouTubers, and unknown opponents in cities like Dubai and London. Floyd has consistently labeled these matches as easy money. But that raises a serious question. Why would someone who once claimed to have $300 million sitting in his bank account continue traveling the world to fight non-professionals?
Are you holding other fighters accountable, like Floyd, for example? I mean, Floyd doesn't even know his opponent's name, so are you holding him accountable to that? Floyd should still be fighting people that, you know, he at least people that know that his opponent's name and stuff. Are you saying the same thing?
Hold on. A couple things. Number one, last time I checked, Floyd retired. These are exhibitions that but I don't even count these. Floyd will tell you that himself. When Floyd, you know, I didn't count Conor McGregor as a boxing match. That was a damn exhibition. I ain't paying no attention to that with Floyd.
People inside the boxing world are starting to connect the dots. Unlike many elite athletes who transition into stable investments after retirement, Floyd has never been widely known for building long-term financial systems. He didn't heavily invest in sports teams, major corporations, or diversified portfolios. Instead, his spending habits remained unchanged. Luxury mansions, fleets of exotic cars, multi-million-dollar jewelry, private jets, and watches worth more than entire houses. While this lifestyle looked impressive online, the reality is harsh. These assets depreciate over time, and maintaining them costs.
Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld.
In 2024, Floyd once again made headlines after revealing he paid $18 million in taxes to the Internal Revenue Service. While this was meant to prove he was still earning big, it also exposed a deeper issue. It suggested he might not have the financial systems that most ultra-wealthy individuals rely on. Billionaires typically minimize taxes through strategic planning and expert advisors. Floyd, however, seems to operate differently. Earn big, spend big, and deal with consequences later.
What, they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him. Do anybody find this strange that your boy Floyd is on all the IRS money, on Dubai money, on Gervonta Davis money, but yet we have all this stuff, all that flash that y'all see, but y'all realize, man, he get a lot of that stuff.
Then came another surprising twist. In early 2025, Floyd announced involvement in a $42 million skyscraper project in Manhattan. Headlines quickly spread, making it seem like he was stepping into major real estate ownership. But when official property records were reviewed, his name was missing from primary ownership documents. Insiders later suggested his role, if any, was likely small and non-controlling. Still, the story was presented as if he owned the entire project.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
This kind of exaggeration fits the persona Floyd has built over the years, but public reaction has clearly changed. What once impressed people is now being questioned. Instead of admiration, there is skepticism. When someone constantly talks about wealth and tries to prove it through louder and flashier displays, it starts to feel less like confidence and more like overcompensation. The narrative is shifting, and fans are no longer blindly accepting everything.
Just saw 50 Cent. Like, I totally disagree with you if you think that's a good look.
I get what you're saying. I completely get it.
Dude, he's one of the greatest of all time. He never lost.
He's 50 and 0.
So he's going to do that for a bag, for clout.
More recently, Floyd's approach to exhibition fights has raised even more eyebrows. His actions seem rushed and unpredictable. In March 2025, he reportedly scheduled a last-minute fight against an unranked French influencer in Paris. There was almost no promotion, no build-up, no press events, nothing. Floyd arrived just days before the fight, did minimal media, and left immediately afterward. The most shocking detail? Insiders claim he demanded to be paid in cash before stepping into the ring. That kind of move doesn't just look unusual, it suggests possible short-term financial pressure.
But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Despite all the criticism, Floyd hasn't slowed down. The lifestyle remains the same, private. Jets, stacks of cash, luxury watches. But behind the scenes, pressure appears real. He's pushing his Mayweather Boxing Plus fitness brand harder than ever, reportedly pressuring franchises to expand rapidly. Some owners now feel exploited, claiming they are funding an image rather than building sustainable businesses. At the same time, insiders suggest Floyd has borrowed against assets like Las Vegas properties and luxury cars just to maintain cash flow.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus...
Another major concern is Floyd's lack of long-term business strategy. Unlike athletes like LeBron James, Magic Johnson, or Shaquille O'Neal, who built powerful business empires, Floyd stayed focused on fast money. That approach works, until it doesn't. Exhibition fights won't last forever. Hype fades, income drops, reality hits. And in Floyd's case, his entire identity is built on being the richest. If that image breaks, it damages more than finances. It hits his legacy.
And they say, well, it's not all about the money. Well, your kids can't eat legacy. They can eat off the currency.
Floyd continues to claim he earns massive passive income, but there is little evidence supporting those claims. His lifestyle still appears driven by short-term deals and public appearances. He speaks as if he's making hundreds of millions annually, yet those numbers are no longer visible. Once, he changed boxing financially. Now, attention has shifted toward real estate and internal pressure building behind the scenes.
Soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but as soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people, say, oh, he's broke.
The warning signs didn't start loudly. They began quietly. A few gym workers in Los Angeles stood outside a Mayweather Boxing Plus fitness location holding handwritten signs. But their message was powerful. They accused the company of unpaid wages and neglect. One sign stood out above all: the money team has no money. For a man whose entire brand is built on wealth, that statement hit hard.
My job is to help you. Yeah, I'm with Floyd, getting a check. I get a check from Floyd, but I want to push you. Have your own business while you traveling the world with me and we laughing, we kicking and we joking. You got a company where you're making money also. So if something go wrong and you're not with me no more, you don't have nothing bad to say about me because I put you in a position to become an entrepreneur or to become a boss.
What makes it more confusing is Floyd's possible lack of awareness. Some employees claim he doesn't even know what's happening. One worker said management instructed them not to inform Floyd about a gym closure, even though he had visited recently. Imagine that. He walked in, smiled, took photos, and left, while his business struggled behind the scenes. So what's the truth? Is he unaware or choosing to ignore reality?
What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. Ain't nothing like a couple bucks. Greg, come with me. I didn't get these. Yeah. I did?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Or maybe he saw this coming and is quietly protecting himself through massive real estate investments while his fitness brand weakens. But the law doesn't care about reputation. If employees take legal action, the damage could escalate quickly. A class action lawsuit wouldn't just cost money, it could destroy the money team image.
Imagine working for someone whose whole persona is money, 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 and you don't get paid. Well, that's exactly what it is for employees of Floyd Mayweather. Employees of his Los Angeles gym accused Floyd Mayweather of bankruptcy after failing to pay them. I mean, he's still buying stuff. Portfolio valued at $10 billion, including 18 office buildings spanning. I mean, he can do all this, but he can't pay his employees' salaries. $10 billion portfolio, 18 office buildings spanning 10 million square feet.
Floyd always claimed he was the smartest businessman in boxing. No promoters, no middlemen, just him and the money. But if employees aren't being paid and gyms are closing over minor debts, something clearly isn't right. Fans have started connecting the dots. Social media is filled with theories. Some believe this is the beginning of a downfall. Others think his aggressive investments are panic moves. One viral comment said, "He's trying to prove he's rich instead of just being rich."
Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. No pay. The money team has no money. The money team has no money. I've been working in Los Angeles and Hollywood, Mayweather Boxing and Fitness since 2018 in September. There's always been broken promises. I can't feed my family. I'm sitting here going home every night arguing with my wife. She's pissed off.
Insiders are starting to hint at it. Andre Ward recently said on a podcast, "Some people look like they're winning, but they're not." He didn't mention Floyd directly, but the message was clear. Soon after, the clip went viral with Floyd's name attached everywhere. Meanwhile, people close to his circle suggest things haven't felt right since 2023. Payments slowing down, events shrinking, and that signature Mayweather shine